We lost our paradise in a single violent stroke. The impact released a virus which swept through the land and killed millions. They turned out to be the lucky ones. For those that did not die became mutations of humanity. Some became fanatics who heard the voice of a malignant god in their heads and called themselves the Order.
In a futuristic medieval type world where an organization called the Order rule with their upgraded cyber army, you are a spy that bring order back to the civilization and help from some decent allies and some big guns. Be strong and trust no one. My name's Kanan, and let's find out whether this was best off kept in the past. This game has a mass of options. I mean, simply a mass of options straight away. From your gyroscope, from your moving, and yes, it has gyroscope, which is actually pretty neat, to your movement, to your inventory, to your map, to your mapping of your controls and everything. You can instantly tell this used to be, and probably still is, a PC game. And you can even redo and adjust your draw distance. I mean, how many Switch games do you get to do that on? And then you get load and save game and new game, of course. And if you let the graphics run at the very beginning, you get a story that will run in front of you before you've even done anything. A new game will yield different difficulties, and then whether you want to go for Quest the Sigil or Trust No One, which is apparently a demo. And that demo seems to be like just the standard game, but looking slightly more prettier or different. It's weird. Anyway, I'm going to play the main game, and the demo's there for if you wish to play it. Just worth noting that saving a game, you can save from the actual point where you are, come out of it, go back in whenever you wish. And you may want to actually adjust the sensitivity, as everything seems to be hyped up to oh my good grief. I'm going to say now, I did not complete this game before doing the actual review, as it is so big it will take me weeks to complete. And so I think I need to mention the graphics and sound, which are, well, the graphics are, I guess we're talking about Doom RPG, so very Doom-like. And there were bits when I was wandering around thinking, oh, actually, that looks pretty good for what it is. I will mention that the opening sequence really did not agree with my Switch. It spluttered like it was coughing on an old coffee sweet. It didn't enjoy it. But the rest of the game seems to be going smoothly-ish, with only a few little minor glitches here and there. As for the sound, well, the sound is, how we say, the cherry on the top. The sound is where most of the atmosphere and everything comes from, definitely. And here you'll find all your basic noises, your gunfire and everything that sounds okay and does the job. But it's the speech that you're going to be impressed with.
Oh, no one gets through here without authorization from the warden or the governor. Okay, but talk only to the warden.
What a grouch. I hope we get to kill him later.
For a game of this style, the game was mainly, well, voiced, and quite impressively so, not half-arsed or anything like that. It's actually quite a nice roster of voices doing, well, the voice acting, and definitely was one of the highlights of the game and heightened the game so much. Okay, so this is going to be more of a what you need to know in order to go and buy it review. This game is so big, I think it would take me weeks to complete, let alone to actually make up a proper review. The video would be hours long if I did it right now, and I've been playing for at least, well, almost 2 days. And it's impressed me by the sheer number of things that's actually in this game so far. So if you've come along expecting me to go into all the controls and where what is and everything goes and all the fantangos, you won't find it here. That would take way too long to review, and I haven't got all day, and I know you haven't either. I'm pretty sure all you want to know is whether it's worth it, whether it's got value to it, and whether to buy it. You can work everything else out on your way and whilst you're playing. So let's just say that apart from the main mission and the main story, you'll be doing loads of side quests and earning money to bribe people with. And Strife is like playing an RPG set in a huge Doom-looking world with sections being split up, and when you cross over or enter these other places in the game, it kind of feels a little disjointed. The way that the music will completely change and the atmosphere will completely change just by going into a different section of the same map. With mostly all of the game being voiced, it just really brings in the atmosphere and helps link you with the game more. You have your usual weapons, from guns that fire bullets to flamethrowers to you can play the game in a bit of a stealthy way, but it doesn't kind of work because the only thing that you have that stealths is like a little knife thing, and well, to be able to bludgeon someone to death with that takes quite a while to start with, and it just doesn't feel like it works as a stealth game. But the option's there if you wish to take it, and longer down the line when you've upgraded yourself more, it does work a little bit better. The enemy AI can occasionally seem pretty stupid as you stabbing at it, and it, well, not really taking much notice of you. And that's only occasion. On other occasions it can go from dumb to really elite. I mean, if you're looking for a Doom-like RPG that really is big, then this is basically for you. You can even bribe people for information, which is pretty cool as well. And it makes money even a bigger thing within the game, not just something to pick up and spend on upgrades and doing weapons and armor. It also gives it a basis so that, you actually have a bigger use for it. As I said, bribing and the like. And so I rate games out of 5, and for this I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Now that's not to mean that it's a perfect game without its faults, but this sort of game, this sort of platform, this is what I'm going to base the other games off. Upcoming games I haven't reviewed yet, they're all going to be put alongside this game and basically rated from this. The immensity of the game, the way that you can go into shops and talk to people, the way you can buy items, the way money is used for, well, bribing and buying things. The weapon system, the amount of options you get from the get-go, the stylized video intro that you get from it. Yes, it was a bit stuttery on my Switch, but still, it was very good. I think anyone that's into RPGs, Doom, Duke Nukem, anything like that, very retro styles as well, will be very pleased with this game and really should consider picking it up. So that's me done again. So what did you think? Are you going to pick it up? Or are you not going to pick it up? Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It would do me immense favourings. So until next time, keep it Switch heads.